Chapter 21. Let's find out what was making Haley Daly scream. Ouch! I'm stuck! Help! Haley Daly's cries sailed up the staircase as Kyle led the charge down the steps to the stacks. So what exactly are the stacks? Asked Akimi, 3 steps behind Kyle. It's where the library stores its collection of research material, said Sierra, who was 2 steps behind Akimi. The 3 of them reached the basement. It was filled with tiny rows of floor-to-ceiling shelving units. Help! Haley sounded like she was on the far side of the room, behind the walls of metal storage racks, crowded with books and bins. What is all this stuff? Said Kyle, looking for a passageway, trying to figure out how to get to wherever Haley was. Mostly rare books and documents. Stuff you can't check out, said Sierra. But if you fill out a call slip, you can use the material up in the reading room. With a whir and a whoosh of an electric motor, a shiny robot, the color of the stormtroopers from Star Wars, scooted across the bookshelves. It moved up tank treads and had what looked like a shopping cart attached to the front. Let's follow the robot, said Kyle. It might know the fastest way to reach Haley. The trio dashed up a narrow pathway to where they saw the robot, extending its quadruple-jointed mechanical arm. It plucked a flat metal box out of the slide-in compartment. The box had been stored in a section with a flashing LCD that said, Magazines and Periodicals, 1930s. Somebody upstairs wants an old magazine, said Akimi. They're probably researching the Gold Leaf Bank building, said Sierra. It was built in 1930. Help! Screamed Haley. I'm stuck! Hang on, shouted Kyle. We're coming. Well, hurry up already. This way, said Kyle. They scampered up another aisle, turned right, and saw Haley. Her hand jammed through a horizontal slot near the top of the basement wall. To reach it, she had to stand on an elevated treadmill, maybe 30 feet long. Since the thing was rolling, Haley was jogging in place so she wouldn't fall on her face. The high-tech conveyor belt was actually a series of rollers. 10 robot carts, staggered so no more were directly across from her, were lined up on either side. I think it's an automatic book sorter, said Sierra. That laser beam near Haley's ankles probably scans the book tag and then tells the conveyor belt which of the 10 trays to put it in. You guys, screamed Haley, just hurry up and rescue me. Kyle stepped back. He tried to assess the situation. What do you think that means if he's going to assess the situation? I think it means he's going to press pause and figure out what's happening. He can't decide what to do until he figures out what in the world's going on. Haley's on a treadmill, her arm's caught in the wall, and there's bins all on either side of her. What's happening? How do you help her? He's trying to figure it out. He's going to assess the situation. What's the slot you're hanging onto? The bottom of the book drop, said Haley on the treadmill. I saw it on the floor plan. See, people can walk up on the sidewalk and return their books. In New Albany, the book drop is on the building, on the side of the building where we drive our car up. And I can put our books in the slot. Where do they go? They go into the library. So is that book slot an exit from the library?
Yeah.
If you can get in the library that way, what's Haley Daly thinking?
Then you can probably get out.
She's thinking you might be able to get out. Smart move, said Kyle. You could have crawled through this slot and escaped. If you were the size of a book, Akimi said sarcastically. Well, I never got that far, said Haley. The minute I stepped onto this thing, it started moving. Kyle nodded. Probably a weight-activated switch. A book falls in, said Akimi, and then the sorter starts up. Clever, said Kyle. Plus, it gives our game its first booby trap. The game is no fun if you're turned to Sierra. We need to stop the belt so that Haley can yank her hand out of the book slot without falling on her butt and cracking open her skull. Have you ever read a book where the hero outwits an escalator on a rolling checkout belt, like in a grocery store or something? No, said Sierra, not really. How about the one where the hero just flips the emergency shutoff switch? Asked Akimi. Because that's what I would do if I could find one. Akimi was standing next to the wall-mounted switch box. She flipped it down, and the conveyor belt slowed to a stop. So what did she do?
Turn it off.
She just turned it off. Ta-da! Another chapter for my amazingly awesome autobiography, if I ever write one. Haley yanked her arm out of the return slot. It sort of plopped when it sprang free. She collapsed to her knees on the frozen treadmill. Wait, is the treadmill actually frozen?
It's just stopped.
Frozen in this case just means stopped treadmill. Are you hurt? Asked Kyle. Maybe we should tell the security guys that what? That I have a boo-boo and I need to go home? Forget it, Kyle Keeley. You're not going to beat me that easily. I wasn't trying to... Haley showed him the palm of her hand. Save it, Keeley. She crawled off the conveyor belt. One way or another, I'm going to win this game. I'm just hoping to star in Mr. Lemoncello's commercials and earn some decent money. She hobbled up the bookshelves toward the staircase in the reading room. When she was gone, Akimi raised her hand. Question? Yes, said Kyle. How come the guys in the control room didn't flip the switch when they saw that Haley was doing her cardio cha-cha-cha on it? Kyle shrugged. I don't know, maybe the security guys weren't actually watching. Actually, said Sierra, pointing to a square tile on the floor, I think they were. Kyle looked down. The tile was glowing, kind of like the computer screens upstairs in the rotunda. Kyle read the words zipping across the illuminated square. Congratulations, he read out loud, for helping Haley and being a good sport. You've earned much more than a good report. So Kyle helped her. And now Kyle is earning something for being a good sport. The tile opened up. Inside a small compartment was a rolled up tube of paper with a yellow card clipped to its end. Huh, said Akimi, I guess someone was watching. Kyle pulled the yellow card off the paper tube. Smelled like lemons. What is it? Said Sierra. Kyle flipped the card over so Sierra and Akimi could see what was printed on it. It said, Super Duper Bonus Clue.